Hello everyone. Hola todos, ¿cómo están? Thanks for stopping by my channel. So I have my 2015 beauty makeup favorites. I haven't done a video like this in a few years, I must say. And surprisingly, I still have some old products that are just my like holy grail products that I love, that I still use on a daily basis. So I wanted to showcase kind of like what I still love, what the usual still is, and like what's new that's almost just as good or comparable to it for some of the makeup categories that I'm gonna go over. So just to, make it a little bit interesting. I just kind of wanted to do something like that instead of just dragging in all the same usual products. So I just want to jump right into it. So, join me. Let's start. Let's start out with concealer, right? So usual concealer that I always go to. I love this concealer for, say, shaping up my eyebrows and my under eyes. It's very brightening, and even if I'm in a go or hurry, even though it's still brightening, I still kind of use it a little bit on the blemish area just for some light coverage along with like a powder foundation or something. But this is the Origins Plantscription concealer, and this is in the medium, and I just love applying this. It gives me such a nice highlight underneath the eye with such a nice light coverage. And this is the applicator. The only downfall is that I go through this concealer so quickly that I wish they made more of it. You only get 17 floor ounces, but it's something like I've been using for years and I love it. This year I completely started using just something different. It kind of still has that lighting effect underneath the eye. This is the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, a drugstore option. There is the applicator. It just applies really nicely, really quick. Sometimes I would even use it as foundation and kind of like put it all over the place and try to leave quickly, along with like a little bit of powdered foundation. But you run out of this so quickly also. This is, what is it, 0.2 floor ounces. So yeah, you just go through it like just so quickly. But I don't know, I really love it. I would even consider getting a lighter one just for highlighting areas, but it just makes me want to try out the foundation a lot just because of the application seems so quickly, and it's for anti-aging purposes also. So was the Origins one. That's what I like about it too. These two are anti-aging concealers, but it just kind of fluffs up nicely. It doesn't settle into any lines or anything like that. So the next category is setting powders. Now, one that I always went to is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. I always love this powder. I still do. I always use it with the poof. It mattifies you. It gives you like a little bit of a brightening effect. This is like an HD micro powder. Now is the Laura Mercier. It's just very light and it just mattifies me so nicely. The poof just gets in those pores in those areas and it just mattifies your face really nicely, highlights. And big makeup trend of the year was just baking and leaving your makeup on to set for a longer time with powders. Just for a matte pressed powder for touch-ups daily, I like the Stay Matte by Rimmel London, and I just use the color Silky Beige. You can barely see it even on the olive complexion. I like to use it with a powder puff too. I just feel like it blots out things really good, and it just presses on the powder much better than I would say a powdered brush. Primers for your face, let's get it started. I've been using this one for years. I have a really old review on this one, and this is the Clinique Pore Refining Solutions, the Instant Perfector. I use the color in Invisible Light. I still love this one. I just apply it on my pore areas. So here's the tube. It's been upgraded so much since last time, so it's just a really light color. I'm not flipping you off, I promise. What I just do, I just go like this. I kind of tap it and then I just apply it. Did I just apply it over my makeup? But yeah, you can apply it over your makeup too, but I already put the powder and everything on. I don't need to. But I just apply it around my pore areas and all the you know, all the areas where I want things to look smooth. It just has like that silky silicone type of feeling. Okay, talking about primers for your eyes. This is the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I really love this for an eye primer. I can just use it on my eyelids and it just kind of blends in with my complexion a little bit, and I'll put a little bit of powder just to set it so it just, you know, it won't crease on the cream by itself. And just like that in a paint pot form, and it's so much product in there. It lasts a really long time. It just cancels out a lot of like the vein colors, and it just gives you a nice blank canvas on your eyelid so you can see all your eyeshadow. You always want to try to, you know, put some color so it can match your foundation or whatever on your eyelids too, because then it's going to look like two different colors. So blush. If it comes in a palette, I'm loving it. I bought this one in 2014 late. I think it was part of the holiday Tarte. I know they came out with one in 2015, but I must have missed it because I couldn't find it anymore or whatever, so I didn't get it. But I've been hooked on my palette. So this one's been out, but if you could get your hands on Tarte blushes, I'm a blush person. I really love blush. I love color on my cheeks. I can look pale, a little bit of blush. I'm good. So this is the palette on how it looks. And it is called Pinup Girl. Pinup Girl. All these beautiful colors. Just, you know, just gorgeous. Love it. They're really long lasting. So I have a variety of colors. I'm not there like just looking for one blush. Like, where is it? Where is it? Next is brushes. Let me say it's brushes, not blushes. Sometimes it comes out wrong. Man, I bought a lot of brushes this year, more than I've ever bought. And now I feel like I'm kind of overwhelmed. They do say you can never have enough brushes. That's true. And I'm always trying to find like the next best brush. But I will say, I'll just stick out the brand to you that Morphe brushes. Morphe brushes. Inexpensive. I mean, it kind of adds up once you buy a whole bunch, but inexpensive, and the quality is great. I'm not going to go over exactly which type of brush. I feel like I should do like a separate video on that in the future when I get my brush game right, when I'm selective and I know, okay, this brush, this brush, this brush. Okay, so just in the future, en el futuro, después te enseño. I think from Morphe that I feel like I used a lot of is their palette, and this is the Morphe Brushes palette. This is the 35N, I hope I'm right, 35N, and this is more of the all matte. This is the all matte color palette. Don't get me wrong, I love some shimmers, but just to be able to have some matte shades in there, especially for some crease colors, for more definition and things like that, I really love it. I didn't get my hands on the big, the 350. I really wanted it, but every time it was sold out. That was a really popular palette with lots of orange tones and things like that, which I thought was very complimentary to, you know, my skin tone and stuff like that. But maybe one day I will get it. This is just a really good everyday palette just to own. And as for highlighters, strobing was on fleek. Highlights were on fleek. Everything was like fleeky. I don't know. Tell me if you're not tired of that phrase yet, or that term. We say fleeky now, don't we? And it'll probably change tomorrow. But one highlight that I did buy, I don't really buy highlights like that. Or one highlight that I just stuck to using was this one by Becca Cosmetics. I love the packaging. It is so cute. And this one is the Champagne Pop, very popular for 2015, I will say. This is kind of like a recap, so I can remember what I liked in 2015. Champagne color, it's shimmery. It's very nice. Look at that. It is popping. Okay, when it comes to eyebrows, yes. So natural on the brows. It is so fast and quick. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It took forever to just say that. I was like, I love how it has a spoolie. It is like my favorite thing. Spoolie, brush it out. It's all about blending. I definitely go through these a lot too. Let's get into the lips. Man, 2015, just lips. All I thought about the whole year was just lips. I mean, 2014, yeah, we started getting into like liquid lipsticks. The only thing I ever had similar to a liquid lipstick was the NYX Soft Mattes. I'm not going to show you exactly what liquid lipsticks I like. I'm just going to tell you what colors I was drawn to a lot. I was drawn to reds like this. I will tell you what this one is. This is the Dose of Colors in Kiss of Fire. Man, this color is popping. I love it. Doe foot applicator, super long lasting, a pain in the butt to get off. I mean, using oil and stuff like that is helpful. Other brands that I really like is ColourPop and Anastasia Beverly Hills. Those liquid lipsticks really stood out to me, are the ones that I was drawn to buying. But I will say I was stuck on the red colors, on the nudes, and like the pinkyish, and even the browns. I was loving the brown hues for liquid lipsticks. We're almost concluding. Mascara, that's one thing. I have lashes on today. Mascara on my lower lashes, but I have 3 because I couldn't make up my mind. I am gonna show you one that I still continue using. We love you long time. This is the Lancome Hypnose mascara. This is a favorite. I'm never gonna stop loving this one. It is just a favorite. I mean, I love that brush. Look at that brush. I love the volume that it gives you. It is sexy, especially for out at night. Like, you put it underneath your lower lash line, and I feel like it's like you're putting eyeliner underneath. Like, it just creates like this shadow and this blend there. It looks so nice. And curl that lash, man. Especially if you have like longer lashes and you just need the volume, definitely the Hypnose mascara. Definitely. I've been through so many tubes of this. This is like my staple. But then other ones that I just have mini samples because I just keep running out of, that I kept using a lot. One that I love so much is the Makeup Forever. This is the, what's it called? Smoky Extravagant. I'll tell you what I like about this mascara. It is so good for volume. Look how thick that brush is. I love thick, fat brushes. They're just so sexy. But I'll tell you what I like, the formulation in this one, because it's very dramatic. Let's see what it says. Precision, dramatic impact. I'll say that every time I wear this mascara, I get compliments. Are those your real lashes? Yeah. They're like just kind of sprung on that look. Thank you. It's just the formulation on this. Some mascaras, let me just say this, that some mascaras can be a little bit drying. And this one kind of has like, it kind of holds the curl. It holds the curl, and if you feel the lash, it kind of feels a little kind of wet or a little bit like sticky. It doesn't completely dry, so I feel like it kind of conditions the lash, and it just kind of flicks it up and it stays up, and it just looks so nice. And then the other one is by Benefit. It is their Real, and it looks like a skinnier brush. It does, but it gives me such a nice like natural look for just the day-to-day basis. I really like how this look. When I want to look like just extra natural, like I'm not trying too hard, they're Real, just spreads them out so nicely. I have the last 2 products that I'm going to talk about, which is foundation. And one foundation that I continue loving for the past few years. So this is a usual. This is the Bare Minerals Ready Foundation. R330. Gosh, they added numbers now, which is so confusing. But it's just like an everyday or quick foundation. I add it with my favorite brush, a Precision Face brush. I have a video on this on how I apply it. It's like just my natural makeup look. I will link it for you because I really like this combination. Just the contours of your face, how it goes on the brush. Especially for a person that kind of like, I used to just break out so much. I feel like Bare Minerals has definitely helped my skin just look better throughout the day. One product that I found from the drugstore that this year is the Infallible Pro Matte. And I really like it because I have combination skin, and I'm telling you, I freaking get oily. So it's just a tube form like this. Really, really good. I really like this foundation, and I like it because it keeps me matte, and the reason I like the Bare Minerals is it keeps me matte also, so I don't have to worry about looking so darn oily all day. I mean, of course, you're gonna have to touch up a little bit, but compared to other foundations, man, I'm greasy within 15 minutes. So these foundations, this is the new one, so I really can see myself, so I do see myself wearing this on a day-to-day basis if I want to. If I wanted something on a creamier side foundation, has pretty good coverage also. So I think that I am done here. Now I have a whole bunch of cleaning and I have to put all this stuff back. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this 2015 beauty makeup favorite. Happy New Year, you guys. I hope you know, thumbs up, support this video, and I'll see you next time.